What's up, everybody? It's Jordan, and welcome to the Sports Behind Show. As crazy as it sounds, the college football season returns just next month. And this year in the college football playoffs, it's going to be a lot different. This year, we will see 12 teams in the playoffs compared to last year when there was just 8. And I feel like that really opens up the door for some of these potential dark horse teams to make the playoffs. One team in particular is the USC Trojans. Last year, USC was 7-6 in their first year in the Big Ten. I know that does not sound like a good record, but when you look at USC last season, they were pretty much in every game last season. USC had 6 losses on the year last year, and 5 of those losses were by 1 possession. They lost to Michigan by 3, Minnesota by 7, Penn State by just 3 points in overtime, losing to Maryland by 1 point, and losing to Washington by 5. And their only game that they lost that was not by 1 possession was they lost to Notre Dame by 14 points. When you're looking at USC, they were competitive in pretty much every single game they lost in. I mean, Penn State was in the college football playoffs last season. They only lost by 3 points. Notre Dame, like I said, was the only game they lost by more than 1 possession, and Notre Dame ended up being in the championship game last year. So I really think despite USC having just a 7-6 record last year, one or two things go their way, we're looking at a potential Trojan team who could have been 10-2 or maybe even 11-1 last season and made the college football playoffs. Miller Moss ended up transferring, and now the keys to the offense are in the hands of Jordan Maeva. He was 3-1 as a starter last year with the Trojans, throwing for 11 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, threw for over 1,200 passing yards, and had 4 rushing touchdowns. There's lots of high hopes for Maeva this season with USC, especially when you look at the track record that Lincoln Riley has had developing some of the best quarterbacks in college football. Lincoln Riley has helped produce 3 Heisman winners, and Trojan fans are hoping that Maeva can be the 4th. Maeva is raw. One play could be very poor, but the next play, you can just see the potential that he has in this offense. He should have a pretty good season with the Trojans this year, not to mention USC also retains their top 2 wide receivers from last season who total over 1,200 receiving yards and 15 receiving touchdowns. When you're looking at USC's schedule this season, I think it's much more manageable and easier compared to last season. They host Missouri State, host Georgia Southern, go on the road to Purdue. They have Michigan State at home. They go on the road to play Illinois. They host Michigan. They go on the road to Notre Dame, on the road to Nebraska. They host Northwestern. They host Iowa, on the road to Oregon. And to close out the regular season, they host UCLA. So just right off the bat, looking at their schedule, they avoid playing the 2 juggernauts of the Big Ten this season, Ohio State and Penn State. That really helps them out tremendously. Looking at the schedule here, I think USC has potential to go 10-2 this season. I highly doubt the College Football Playoff Committee will let a 10-win USC team out of the College Football Playoffs, especially with expanding to 12 teams. I think this really benefits the Trojans with the College Football Playoff expansion. I would not be shocked at all if USC made the College Football Playoffs this season. They have a much easier schedule, and with the College Football Playoff expansion, it helps them out a lot. And I think Jordan Maeva will have a huge year for the Trojans this season. I think USC is one of the biggest dark horses to make the college football playoffs this season, and don't be surprised if the Trojans make the playoffs this year. That about does it for this video. If you're new to my channel or you've seen my videos before, make sure to like this video and hit the subscribe button. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time on the Sports Behind Show.